yeah, it's a club, and yeah, that's all I want to say right now.
What do we do now?
That's the R Club, man. Buddy, that's the R Club. Doctor Strange, put your hand up. That's the R Club, man. Come on, let's go inside.
Oh, okay. Stinking, man.
Yeah. You want me to start?
Started, bro.
All right, so here we go. I'm actually super excited today. You know why? We all know Ellis. We all know Matt.
Thank you.
This is a good buddy of mine. This is Ari. I've known this guy for a long time.
Long time. Yeah.
Super.
Ari, man.
Buddy.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
I feel welcome to the family.
Listen, man, I feel like we jumped through a portal to get to here, man. Look at these cars, man.
I know. You would say Doctor Strange might have been involved.
Exactly. Right? You never know, right?
This is my club, and I love it. This is the place to be.
So tell us a little about this place. Aside from sitting in front of Porsches and Ferraris, where are we exactly?
So this is called the Art Club.
Okay.
And it's located in Leaside.
Okay, love it.
And it is the most down-to-earth boys club, I should say. Boys and girls club at the same time.
Sure.
Community,
family. And the most incredible thing about it is that it's so down to earth. All the members here are so down to earth.
Amazing.
It's all entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Who love cars.
Of course.
And we have a big rule in here.
Yeah.
No douchebags allowed.
It's a good look to have, right?
That's a great. We should use that everywhere.
Everywhere.
Down to earth. Yeah. Down to earth and great people.
I love
great people. I love being here. It's a great community. Yeah. I would highly suggest you would come, and always check it out whenever.
No, for sure. Some of these cars, they look like a piece of furniture, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, not to age myself, but listen, when I was growing up, Miami Vice was like one of the number one shows, and the white Testarossa was always, I had a model of it.
It's right here. It's right here.
It's right here, Don Johnson's.
And where is it now that we became older? The movie that we saw in the theater together.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. Saw that in the theater. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street was tied together.
Wow.
Sounds
Here's a little sidebar that people don't know. I've known Ari from a different life.
Yeah.
I've been in real estate for a long time, but I was selling commercial real estate for a little bit in the beginning because Ari convinced me to come to commercial. So we've known each other for a while, and hopefully today we're going to talk a little bit about that stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I went to see the movie Wolf of Wall Street in the theater.
Yeah.
And right after I saw it, I called him and I said, "You gotta come see this movie." What do you mean? I just saw it. You gotta see it again. I went and saw it again.
We saw it again. We saw it again. I went and saw it again.
Kidding me?
Yeah, I saw it all. Actually, I saw it all together. I saw it 3 times.
Wow. In theater.
In the theater, yeah. That's how much I love it, because I also took my wife too.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen, it's interesting for the guys, you know what I mean? Money and all of that stuff in the Wall Street and the cars and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why are we here? I mean, like talking about commercial space, talking about...
No, so I thought, based on the channel, we've talked a lot about residential investments, pre-con. One of the things we get a lot of questions about is about commercial. Now, the thing I know about commercial, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. There's different pieces. So in the retail space or small business space, there's no one that knows more about that than the guy sitting in between us right here. So I thought, what a better opportunity to get out here, look at some cool cars, but maybe pick his brain.
100%.
Ask him some questions, see what he knows, and maybe, by the end of it, the viewers are going to find some value.
100%. So the interesting part of a commercial real estate is franchises, right?
Yes.
I mean, you've been doing commercial for a long time, and you know your ins and outs.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, is it worth it? I mean, it's a broad question.
I'll tell you, franchising to me is the way to do it. When you're getting into small to mid to large businesses.
Okay. Fair.
Being that the franchises that you're getting into know what they're doing, so you have to be getting into the right franchise. And you look at the community and you look at businesses as a whole.
Sure.
in the last 15 years to 20 years, now take COVID out of it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You have about 85% of businesses that start are done within the first 4 to 5 years. Okay. And
Absolutely.
a lot of it is not the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, money is always the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Right. But the big thing for me is it's not necessarily money. It's direction.
Yeah.
And it's about vision.
Yeah.
Okay. And what franchises are good at is they give you all the right tools to succeed. Now, at the same time, you have to be a sponge and absorb it. And it's like going to school and making the right move of where you're going to be going.
But having said that, even traditional way of business, and we could probably all agree that most of them fail within, year, 2, 3, 5 years due to lack of funding, lack of ideas, lack of structure, lack of everything. And it is true when it comes to these franchises and franchisees, the whole point is having that structure. Like you're buying the system, you're buying the structure, you're buying the tools, right?
Yes.
So is there anything in particular to look for? I mean, like there's so many, like I feel like the franchise...
So I think another point of that is like, would you say that they're all equal? Hey, you've got some money, you're excited, you're starting, just go get any franchise. Like, what would you look for?
Absolutely not. Everyone's different, and you got to go into something that you're excited about.
Yeah, I like that.
You got to be excited because when you do something that you love, you never work a day in your life. I know how textbook that sounds, but it's the truth. You got to love what you do, and then because if you don't love what you do and you don't have a vision and a focus, you're not going to.
How are you going to wake up? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to wake up?
But when you're looking for a franchise, you have to look at what industry do you want to get into? What excites you? What will get you out of bed in the morning? Yeah. Very, very, very important. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And you also have to look at your position. What do you want to do? Right.
Sure.
Because a lot of franchisees, they're buying jobs. Okay. And when they're buying a job, like for example, a fast food, a quick service, grab and go type of restaurant. Yeah, that would be like you're buying a job because in a sense you need to be there,
and you're doing volume. It's just you're basically order taker and you're making.
It's not only the volume, but it's also on the wages side that you've got to be there to sustain the money, the cash flow. Because if you're not there, then you have to pay somebody else to be there.
Additionally, I understand,
and that's why I call it buying a job. Then if you've got a little bit of money, and you're still excited about something, you can become an investor. Okay. Hands off.
Okay.
Then you can go into something a little larger, like not a quick service restaurant, but a full service restaurant, let's call it, right? Okay. Let's use Milestones for an example, which is a great example. Okay. You can go in and actually be the manager, and know the back of the house and the front of the house, or you can hire somebody to do it, and you can make an investment and sit back and kind of just take the direction. And that way, then it's not necessarily buying yourself a job.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the fast food restaurant, section of the franchise aspect. So I feel, I don't know about you guys, but I feel, like in the, let's say 80s hamburger. Yeah. And then the 90 pizza. Yeah. And then shawarma. And then like for some, like it feels like are there any next trends coming? Like, or is it just like
the trends are always something to latch onto and to go with. But I'll tell you something. There's trends, but there's also things that you have on an everyday basis.
Ongoing.
That will never go down. So like you said, for example, the hamburgers. Okay?
Got it.
Hamburgers were the 80s. Well, listen, hamburgers are back, but now they're different. They're more smash burgers. They're
upgraded.
Gourmet. Yeah. Now everything is just upgraded, but now something a little different, right? You look at pizza, for example. You say, now, the 90s was pizza. Now they've got pizzas that you make like as if they're subs.
Yeah. Pizza with the burger in it.
Exactly. But the subs, like as the pie coat.
Oh, yeah.
A great example where you go and you make your pie right there, right? Yeah. Then you have your sub places, that will never go out of style because people, it doesn't matter if you're a keto guy or a carb guy, and the subs are always a fantastic way to fill yourself up, right? Right. And it's something quick that it's made for you right on the spot.
So the term is the term still called fast casual? Like that's the new thing that came out where it's not fast food, people have said as prices have gone up, right?
Yeah.
People are saying we want better quality, but we want quick grab and go. We don't want to spend for potentially sitting down, and I'm finding tips now, right? I find a lot of people now, as well restaurants, maybe you can talk on this, like they're kind of like, hey, we still want to support you, but we can't afford a family of 5 to come and plus. So I know for myself, I don't go to as many high-end restaurants as much as, unless it's clients or once in a while, I still enjoy it. I prefer good quality food, faster, quicker. Is that a trend that you're noticing?
What I'm finding right now is the price point for lunch is about $15 to $20 for lunch.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I would say anywhere from 50 to up to 100, whatever you're bringing back as well. It's like more of a tier because of how many kids you have, and if you're doing something special.
Yeah.
But a lot of ghost kitchens now as well to support these brick and beam restaurants.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them right now for just walk-ins. Let's face it, COVID did a big number on these businesses.
Yep.
And for them to come back now, they have to start thinking outside of the box and start thinking of other things.
Yeah.
So you're a restaurant, you're a little boutique, you're a standalone store. Now you're on Uber Eats, deliveries that have come out, right?
Of course.
And now a lot of these brands are starting doing ghost kitchens where they can support themselves and they're making food elsewhere on a delivery basis as well. So all these, and it hasn't stopped. There's gonna be other.
Did that help? I mean, like Uber Eats and all these skip the dishes, or I don't even know how many. There's probably tons of these services out there. I'm assuming it helped. I mean, these
it definitely helped,
Jesus,
and you could say that the timing is right, but whenever there's a crisis, something will always come out.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me, the prices are a little high. But then again, it all depends on your volume.
Sure.
So you can have somebody that's like a bigger restaurant with more locations, and they'll do something more for you.
Yeah.
But if you're coming out and you're first off and you're going to Uber, I think they're asking for about 30%.
30 points is.
But at the same time, it's almost like distribution, like a Gordon Foods or a Sysco.
Yeah.
You got the franchisor will always tell the franchisee, listen. We're going to be delivering to you. It's going to be X amount of dollars, and everything. And the franchisee always will look at it and say, oh, why am I paying an extra $1 for this or an extra $1 for that?
Yep.
Where in my view, because I've been both a franchisee and a franchisor, I always say, what is your time worth? And be inside your store.
Yeah.
So run it clean and efficiently.
Sure.
And let these guys bring everything to you, right? And when they bring everything to you, you're not going out and spending the gas and spending your time, which is your time worth,
of course,
right?
Of course.
And then you're missing things inside the restaurant,
Yeah.
So going back to Uber Eats, the 30% that
the fee
right at the beginning, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth all day long.
Well, I heard someone say something actually interesting to me, and I didn't even think of it this way. I talked to a lot of every restaurant we go, I talk to them. I just talk, well, how's business? What's going on? And he said to me, he goes, you know what? He goes, in the beginning, we were really struggling, COVID. Then we became like a cash-only type place. And then he said, and then I started using the Uber app on off-peak times. Because I know during lunch I'm going to be busy. I know dinner I'm going to be busy. But I've got all this staff in between this and this time. So I'll turn on the app. I didn't even think about that. Just like someone who's driving for Uber. So if you can make anything in between, that's bonus.
Bonus.
Sitting there anyway.
Bonus.
Right?
Bonus.
When you think like that, it's like, oh, that's actually a good model. Because when you don't need it, you don't use it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something. I don't want to get off topic. I love people.
Yeah, of course.
And my main motto is, give as much love as you can.
Sure.
And it comes back a million times.
Of course.
Always.
Of course.
I was in Starbucks the other day. I'm a big Starbucks guy. Oh my God, I'm always in Starbucks. I love it. If I'm not having coffee here, I'm having coffee at Starbucks. And I was waiting for my coffee, and there are all these deliveries, all these bags. And there was some younger person, and he's a psych, and this man came in to grab his bags, and they had to check his phone to say, oh, yeah, it's me. Yeah. And I made a joke. I'm like, you think this guy would just come in and steal these bags? And they know me there, right? They know me at the Starbucks, and they started laughing. They're like, I'm like, has anyone ever come in to steal these bags?
Yeah.
And they're like, we have never had that, right? But I was just laughing because they're like, I'm like, come on,
of course,
give this guy a break. Like he's running in, he's he's parking illegally to run in.
Yeah,
right.
just like
it fast, and you're checking is going upside down. So they're all laughing, and then some young guy he said, you know, like, well, what the hell is that guy doing? How much money could that bike guy be making?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and I basically said, I asked him, I said, how old are you? Right. He said he's 17 years old, right? So I'm not going to go and say, you know, you're just a snot-nosed punk, you know, like you're the dad that I am. I feel like such an old man right now. I said, listen, young man. I go, you know, when you're older and you have bills to pay, and you have a certain amount of hours in the day, let's call it 5 or 6 hours during the day, you're not doing anything, but there's bills that need to be paid. God bless these people that are going around and doing this right now. This is fantastic. These are. I'm glad these are opportunities for who's ever had these type of opportunities. And as these things keep getting bigger and bigger, there's going to be other things out there that we're going to be growing, evolving. That in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, people are going to be doing other things. But God bless them that they're around and they're doing this.
I agree. Yeah. We're all kids of immigrants, right? Who came at some point.
Please.
So we all have our stories.
Please.
And you know, the whole thing back in the day, we can never work hard enough. Never work enough like our parents used to work.
My God.
And I've heard this saying.
God bless them.
I heard this saying back in the day, like my brothers worked at a Burger King. I've had every job under the sun. You have as well.
Yeah. Helen's first was Harvey's. Yeah, Harvey's. My wife first was Harvey's. Get out of here.
And that's why I married her.
Mr. Subs.
Come on, and I'm great. Andre, he married her. I know that. He's probably like, hey, she could probably give me some free goodies.
I married her because of her dad.
Oh,
best dad in the world. Yeah.
But just getting back on this topic, what's funny is like back in the day, we looked at it as an opportunity. Now I look at a lot of people nowadays, I would never do that. But talking about the Uber thing, I had a lift from an Uber guy not too long ago. I'm going to talk a little bit louder if that's why. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
It was funny because I talked to this guy, we were talking, and
do you know what's background? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Ratchet.
And that's how beautiful this club is. You sit back, and the guy is replacing a transmission. He's turning it from an automatic to a standard. He's turning his BMW into a standard.
Well, that's the way it should be.
And this is it.
When it should be like this.
And this is it. And one of the members the other day, I'm not going to mention the names, but he'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
He's got, I love this man.
Yeah.
And this is what makes this club so special.
Awesome.
He has all the money in the world. Yeah. Right? He drives beautiful Porsches. Sure. And I saw him the other day and I said, what are you doing? You know, he's just like, I'm changing my oil. What do you mean you're changing your oil? He goes, I'm saving $500 per oil.
Of course.
That's what I said. No douchebags allowed in this.
100%.
Everyone is down to earth.
No,
ways. Yeah.
100%. That's what you need. Like that's what you want to surround yourself. I just want to say to finish on that, it's like, you know, we talk about, because we're so stuck in a certain thing, we don't know the opportunities around us because it's not in our lens anymore. But I met a guy who was giving us a ride downtown. And I just mentioned, I was like, he's like, he actually lives in Bradford, which is outside of Hamilton.
Yeah.
Driving me from West Toronto, Etobicoke to downtown.
From.
What's that?
That's where Brexy's from.
Of course. So he's driving from here to here, and you think, why would you come from Brantford to drive on the weekend? He's a civil engineer during the day, okay? On the weekends, each month, he's hustling. He makes $2,400 extra a month.
There you go.
$600 a weekend.
That's your mortgage.
So this is my point.
Amazing.
So we may think certain things.
That's what we're
the
saying
point.
about the opportunity, you know what I mean?
$2,400. Amazing.
You know, let me tell you a quick story here. You know, when my parents and everybody moved into my neighborhood, when they moved there, they couldn't afford the houses.
Of course.
So what did they do?
Yeah.
They rented out the houses for a period of about 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's what they did to get ahead and pay off their house immediately. I love that story.
We all did it, you know what I mean?
No, but that's what they had to do, and that's fantastic, you know.
Love it.
Yeah.
But the point is about the opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Like there's always that filter, or that escape route that people that want to do it, whether you're an immigrant, whether you're young, whether you're driving an Uber, but there's an opportunity to grow. Now, having said that, when we touched on immigrants, what does it take, or are there any guidelines when I say like to open up a franchise? Like, for example, you have to have 3 or 6 restaurants or this, or is it just like, listen, I want to do it, I have one, I want to do it, or does it really matter?
You mean on a franchise basis?
No, for example, you like somebody opens up a store.
Yeah.
no brand name, and they said, "Hey Ari, I want to become a franchise now."
Oh, a franchise.
How do you convert? How do you convert?
My goodness.
That's right up your alley.
I love.
No, we're.
I got goosebumps. I got to tell you,
It's got an opportunity there.
Goosebumps. Yes, I have to tell you, there's so many things happening right now in real estate, with unfortunately all the people that have closed down.
Sure.
And there's a lot of conversions. Going on. Okay. So the opportunities right now are beyond enormous. Like absolutely incredible what's going on right now. I've never seen also landlords talking to stores and brands that only have one store, and not even one store, an idea almost. Before, nobody would even look at them.
Of course, it's that.
Okay. Now all of a sudden they're getting into AAA locations, for having a good idea and, and
isn't that amazing?
Good and a good concept. Yeah. It's this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
You've got to surround yourself with the right people. Okay. And you got to know what you're good at. Okay. So for example, let's say I have a concept and I know what I'm good at. I'm good at franchising and I'm good at real estate. Okay. I'm not a good operator. I'm not good hands-on. Okay. So let's pretend that I have one store. I would look at it from a point of view of saying this. I need somebody in operations. I need somebody also that could come on and do all the training. Okay. So what am I good at? I'm good at franchising. Okay. And I'm good at real estate. So I'll be able to find the location,
push the location, help push the idea.
Zines, push the idea of more of a brand ambassador.
Got it.
To bring people in to start buying these concepts. Now I'm going to need somebody in operations.
Sure.
And the operations is very, very important.
Of course.
Okay? Now that operator can be also the trainer. He could also be the person that's going to be coming in and doing all the manuals with regards to operation and training. Okay. He'll have to know something with regards to the equipment. Okay. Of what's needed on the equipment side. Okay. Then now you're going to need a very good designer.
Yeah.
That's going to come in and be able to implement the design work with the contractor. Okay. And then the contractor then will be talking with the operator to basically be implementing the equipment with the build out costs. Okay. So what I'm getting at is knowing what you're good at and sticking to that.
So when you say that from the mechanical standpoint, like getting particular or specific machines, or let's say ovens. So we design like a pizza shop.
Yes.
And we want a particular oven to be designed in a particular way. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Getting these designs, getting the engineers, pushing it through,
not only
making sure.
That is a great example, but I'm also talking about the feel of the store.
Okay.
You're a brand ambassador, but you're also talking to somebody that bring in a proper designer that could come in and see it. These designers of today are amazing. You sit in front of a designer, and when they talk to you, they write. They're constantly writing and sketching as they're talking.
Yeah.
It's like almost playing the piano, or it's almost like typing, looking over. You can always tell I don't type more.
Or like double dribble.
And being good what you're good at.
No, it's funny you say that because I spoke with a gentleman, and he writes songs for these singers, right?
Okay.
And he's like, and I'm on the phone with the singer, and she's telling me about this, and as she's telling me, I'm writing out the song.
Yes.
Because right?
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and before we finished the call, I said, hey, I got the I
got the outline, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have the song for you. So now you gotta pay me. She's like, I'm not gonna pay you. I want you to think about that. It's like I don't understand. It's like now I made that song, like that and I switched it, and it's like it's not even as close as what I like the initial. So to your point, like sometimes it's a gift.
It is
of design and feel and stuff like that. So,
but knowing what you're good at, right? And then so on the brand side of things, getting that as a whole package, having all your cylinders firing at the same time, basically.
So now
you're good at.
So now, I'm not good at anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I want to buy.
Yeah.
No. But I want to buy.
Yeah.
I want to buy.
Yeah.
a franchise. What is it like? As looking at the franchise, do I look how many of what do they have? Like, do we look at the books? Do we look at the profit margins? Like, I don't want to work. I got money. I want to invest.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're in that type of, well, there's two things you can do. If you've got money and you want to invest, but you're not good at anything, which I don't believe.
No,
I know the example. I don't do exactly the example. There's two things you can do. You can either look at a brand that's just starting and you could go in and invest, because if you see a vision and you say, hey, these guys have something, even though they're not established yet, but you have a good gut feel.
Got it.
Your gut, no word of a lie, has more enzymes than your brain does.
Yeah.
So when they say, listen to your gut, listen to your gut.
Yeah.
When you have that feeling, you go after a brand and you invest in it, and you're more hands-on and giving them more pieces of advice and whatnot, and of how to get there to the next level, right? Now, if you, once again, don't know anything, you have a lot of money, okay? Another thing you can do that's playing it more safe, but you're not going to have more equity shares and as loud of a voice to speak your opinion on things, is to go into something that's already established.
Yeah.
You know, and see where you can fit in as a side investment, and maybe as a territory manager, something like that, you know, because at that point, in a sense, you always have to look at how many stores does a franchisor have, right? And obviously, the more stores he has, the more risk he's taken at the beginning and the less risk there is now.
Sure.
So that's why it'd be not necessarily more safe for you, because you never know what the future holds, right? Yeah. But these would be the two different types of scenarios.
Okay.
Basically.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. So now, so in a situation, first, if there's interest on this, would they be able to reach out to you? Because I'm finding, if there's money, I want to do the work. I want to call someone and say, hey, listen, it's like calling on a realtor to look for a house. Usually people with funds or...
Well, I'm going to jump in here and take over this part. Yeah. So what I think we do is basically, if you have any questions or curious, reach out to Ellis, reach out to myself, Mesh, and we can put you in contact, right? Because I think the first step would be to vet the actual opportunity, right? And then see if there's an opportunity to get in contact with Ari, we can put him in contact with Ari.
Right? There's what I'm saying, because why go through all the hassle? Let's say whether I have the money or the existing people that own a franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure they're tied up with, but what if they want to move, or if they want to do this or that? I'm sure there's...
I work on a consulting type basis where I'll even answer questions and help you, where I love helping people.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it means getting somebody to the next level,
sure,
I'll do that all day long, whatever it is. So when there's any type of questions at all, when it comes to this,
for sure,
I'm there to answer any questions. And if I could bring any guidance whatsoever,
of course,
I'm there for on the franchising basis, of a branding basis, of a commercial real estate, also of a connection basis of who's good of doing what.
Sure.
But also, if you're struggling and don't know whether you should franchise or not, I also have the right people when it comes to anything on the operations side, on the training side, on the lawyer side of things, on the real estate side.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can always connect that, always.
One of the things that I know you brought me in on some of these things to kind of just be an observer is there may be people out there right now that are watching, or of, that are in franchising, that are actually struggling right now, like we all are, right? That may need help and guidance in terms of restructuring. That would be a great opportunity to reach out to us to maybe get you in contact with Ari, because that's something you've been doing a lot of lately, right?
Well, that's what I've been doing my whole life. But the other thing too is we'll also be at the franchise show. It's the Canadian Franchise Association show.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that'll be the first weekend of February.
Okay.
Saturday and the Sunday.
Okay.
The CFA show.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That might be a great opportunity.
And I'll be there, and just come and grab me. Come and grab me at the show, or before that, or after.
Okay.
Call me directly through you guys.
Yep.
And that's awesome. Yeah.
A couple of questions now.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
All Ferrari all day long.
Ferrari?
Ferrari all day long.
Give him a thing. Ask him a question about
Ferrari all day long, yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I've been a Ferrari guy my whole life. I love Ferrari.
Listen, I'm not even going to take that away from you because I'm with Enzo all the way. Now, I will say one thing.
Yeah.
Been to Stuttgart.
Yeah.
Been to Munich.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a Porsche loyalist. I will say that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this question. If you had one track that you could go around, because I know you go around tracks.
Yeah, I love tracks. Yeah.
Whether it's F1, whether it's Indy, whether it's rally, whatever. What would be your track and why?
Oh, it would be the Nürburgring.
Oh,
yeah, in Germany, 100%, without question.
Yeah,
without question. It's unbelievable. Now we're down.
Yeah, what car? That was my question.
Okay, so I would have to do the F8 Ferrari.
Oh.
Or the super fast is another one too. Those would be the two cars I would do.
Okay.
Now, the other track I would love, but I mean in a suitable car, because I've done it, but not like in a real serious car, would be the Montreal Grand Prix, because it's the hardest on the brakes.
Okay.
And it's going to go from the fastest to the slowest to the fastest. And that's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
That's also a lot of fun. Yeah. That's really, really good.
Another one.
Yeah.
Mercedes or BMW.
Well, listen. I'm a big BMW guy. I've had both. I love my BMWs. I've had 5 BMWs. Currently, I have the M3 convertible. Love it. Competition package. I had another M3. I had an 05 before. It was unbelievable. I'm a big convertible BMW guy. So here's
because of your size, but
here's the thing.
Here's 7 foot tall.
Yeah, here's the thing. I love Mercedes, and the Mercedes actually saved my life. And I'll never drive anything outside of like these type of cars ever again.
Sure.
So I'm going to tell the story. I was 40 years old. It was my 40th birthday party. Okay.
Wow.
And it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was racing to London, Ontario, because I was doing something on Western Campus with one of my brands there.
Okay.
And I was going very fast, hence how early it was in the morning. I had a cruise control, and I had my S class, and that is the most incredible.
I remember that one
because I'm driving now back and forth from London to Ottawa to Stratford. I would get out of that S class, and I felt like I was only driving for about 5 minutes.
I know.
Where it was like either
there's a difference.
It was unbelievable. But that car, that S class Mercedes, is like driving on air. But there's 4 pockets of air. Each quarter has it's on air suspension.
Airbags, yeah.
So you're suspension. Okay. So it's like you're floating. You're basically floating. You know when you shut the doors, it's like a seal pack. It's like one whole thing. Anyway. I'm going very fast, and I'm not going to exactly say, but let's just say it was something
faster than
105,
101, 102.
The front right tire, and I'm very adamant that whatever car you drive, everything is out of the box. I do exactly what the dealer tells me to spec. So I had on that car, it's the Continentals. The Continentals are the best for the S class by far. Okay, so anyway. The right tire blows. In any other car, you're going 360. Boom, 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 boom. Instead, the whole car lowers. Like I feel like it just freezing, and the car lowers. And then there's a big screen. The screen comes up, and he says, "Don't exceed 80 kilometers an hour." And pull over immediately.
Yeah.
Pull over immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the tire blew. I had no idea.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and all three tires then merged as one to implement that right tire.
Take it off, take the load off that
So
tire.
that tire wasn't even, it was the 3 tires only working at that point. I pull over and don't even know my right tire blows.
Yeah. Wow.
So I pull over. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I have no idea what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
I get out of the car. I'm looking like I look and I come around, and the tire is like the rubber is
shredded.
Gone.
Wow.
The rubber is gone. I said, you got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I get in the car, I push a button. 4 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Mercedes. This is what happens. 20 minutes. Somebody was there changing my tire.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Service.
That's what we're talking about.
That's service, right?
Yeah. So anyway, that's Mercedes.
You're in the system,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
Like a
that's what we're talking
franchise.
about.
When
Yeah.
you're in the system, there's help.
That's what we're talking about.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. So BMW to me is a lot more sportier. Okay. But lately, Mercedes has come back big. They're strong because of their F1 presence, because of their track presence. Okay. So if I'm going to go in a tier, let's go in a tier of German cars.
Yeah.
Porsche right now. Porsche and Mercedes are together.
You think so?
Yeah, they've come together.
Really?
In my mind.
Okay.
In my mind,
Okay.
from what I see and what I've driven right now.
Very strong, yeah.
The system, Porsche and Mercedes right now are together. Okay.
Okay.
Then you've got BMW.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'll say right below that is Audi, and so on and so on. Yeah, but I'll say the two top Germans right now is Mercedes and Porsche.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, like all day long.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate you. Bash, thank you so much for setting this
Buddy, you're the best.
with Ari, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to look at some of these beautiful cars in here, and thank you so much for
My pleasure.
your help and for your wisdom and all of that stuff.
I'm there for whatever you need.
Yeah.
I mean, for anything moving forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you all for looking at us. This is beautiful, and see you guys next time.